G'day guys, JT here. Welcome back to the channel, JT's Funky Finds. So guys, today I'm going to go through with you about all the sales that I did. Well, not all of them, but my top 15 sales from the month of July. I know this video is probably already in the middle of August. I've had this on the backlog for a little bit, but I just wanted to show you guys how well I did, because I am smashed my own goals. I'm really stoked about, but I just want to share to you guys just some items that you should potentially look out for. Now guys, I only do this as a hobby, so these are just items that I've been picking up from my own knowledge base, just knowing a little bit more about, I guess, your sports brands. Go the Saints, they're playing today, but also like big being a mum, I get to know a little bit more about kids toys, the brands and things like that. DVDs, what really sells well with mums picking up DVDs for their kids or collector pieces. So you'll find a lot of those items within what I sell. That's kind of my niche, but I am starting to slowly branch out into a few, men's shirts and jeans, because I find that might be an easy avenue to go down if I want to go down that clothing path. But guys, let's crack into it. This is my best month. Now let's quickly go over last month. Last month I sold 16 items. So I made a revenue of $881, profited out of that $550. So it's a cheeky little $550 just to have off to the side. It's no, full-time wage, nothing like that. It's just a nice little cheeky bit of extra money to play with. Now I purchased 82 items in June, which I spent a total of $400. So the way I'm seeing is whatever I buy the month prior, that's really what I'm going to be selling that next month. So guys, to capitalize on that, so you hear it, I say I only sold 16 items in June. For July, I smashed that and I sold 58 items. So I'm really stoked with that result. I really kicked up another gear and I really tried to do my best just to put a little bit more effort into selling and learning a bit more about other items. Now my revenue for July was $2,117.60. I purchased 49 items. I spent $450 on those 149 items. So I got to learn a bit more about, where to save some money, what bulk lots I should go for, like for DVDs and things like that. So I profited in July $1,229.18. Not bad for someone who's just doing this on the side for a little as a hobby, for a little bit of extra income. So really stoked with that result, guys. Really over the moon. So let's quickly go over what are my probably key items that really stood out to me as really cool sales, and maybe something for you guys to keep a lookout for. So I'm going to jump all those photos up here to my left. I'm not going to go over postage and fees from eBay, things like that, because you guys get it. There is a lot of fees that go into reselling. So I'll tell you literally what I paid for it, what I sold it for, and the profit that I made out of it. So let's get going. The first item I sold was these Adidas Pro models. They were US size 11. These sat on eBay for 68 days. Now I paid, what was I paying? I paid $30 for these shoes. These were in really pristine condition. I was really happy to take that punt on $30, because the way I look at it is, if I know I can get the money back I just spent on it, then at least I tested it. I gave it a shot. But if I can make that bit extra, then we know I'm on to a winner. So guys, I ended up selling this for $80.75, which they paid postage on, which is great. So out of all of that, I did only profit an extra $26.15. So it was still a good tester, but I probably wouldn't be spending that much again on a pair of shoes. Even though if they were brain spankers, I'd probably look a bit more into the style of shoe to know if it's really a big reseller. But still, $26, that's really good. That's like, nearly $30 for a pair of shoes. So really good there. Next up, guys, was this Power Rangers sleeping bag. I saw this in an op shop. Now this one I paid $10 for. I knew it was an older school, Power Rangers. I was a big fan as a kid. Did like Kimberly, the pink Power Ranger, but I think most people did. And now for that one, I sold that locally, which was really cool. Sold that locally for $50. So no fees whatsoever, no postage, and I profited a nice $40 out of that. So really stoked on that result. Next up, guys, is this Flintstones glass. Now I did pick up one in a previous month, and this one was actually in better condition. I only paid $1 on this. Now I ended up selling it for $34.98. Really stoked with that result. That did pay postage on top with that as well, which was awesome. So I profited a nice $21.20. Really happy with that. So keep your eyes out on the old school glasses that have got, you know, any characters on there that you think might actually be quite popular now. So Flintstones, and I'll go through this next one with you. And this is the DC Nutella glasses. Now I picked this up in a bulk lot. I think it was 17 glasses all up from a lady on Facebook. I paid $20 for all of them. Now when I divided this down as to the bundles I was selling them in, this lasted 35 days. It did go on eBay. Now, what did I pay? So once I put all that together, I ended up spending $7.10 for these glasses. I sold them as a bulk lot of 5, and I ended up selling them for $65 on eBay. So I ended up profiting a nice $33.15, which means I still had a good, 11 or so glasses left over to sell. We did keep a couple because they go into our personal collection, but still, to make your money back plus extra already on just 5 glasses, definitely keep your eyes out on anything Nutella, anything promotion glasses with cool characters on it. Next up, guys, this was one I was really stoked and over the moon about. This was a Wiggles DVD I picked up in a massive bulk lot. You would have seen I did a big video on that. I picked up, I think it was 40 something DVDs for $30, all Wiggles. And this one in particular, which I'll chuck up here, this one was a rare one because it was from way back in the early days. Lights, camera, action. Sold this on eBay for my first ever international sale. So I actually reached out to a couple of guys before I sent this off, just to make sure what's the cheapest and most, you know, best way to send this, because I didn't want to get it damaged. So I bubble wrapped it, actually chucked it in a box. It cost me, the lady paid for shipping, which was great. I think she ended up paying $20 shipping. So no, $30 shipping. But anyway, enough of the shipping. This DVD cost me 75 cents within that bulk lot. I went on to sell it they paid the postage on it for $109.98. You take out the postage, take out the eBay fees, that left me $74.03 on this one DVD that I paid 75 cents for. Absolutely stoked, over the moon. So keep your eyes out, guys, on the Wiggles. Just going to take a nice sip of my Arizona iced tea. I probably have one of these a week. It's probably not good for me, that's for sure. But I really enjoy it on the weekend. So $74, guys. You cannot go wrong. So keep your eyes peeled on anything Wiggles, because I am selling a lot of Wiggles DVDs, new ones, old school ones. So keep your eyes peeled. Next up is another DVD. It is a Dragon Ball Z DVD. I picked this up from the op shop. Now this only lasted 11 days on eBay. I paid $4 for it in the op shop, and guys, I went on to sell this one for $59.13. So I made a nice $38.95 profit on this DVD. Really stoked. This was like a collection, you'll see it here anyway, a collection of Dragon Ball Z TV series. I was a Dragon Ball Z back in the early days when I was a kid getting ready for primary school. Not anymore though, but I know it is still a very hyped anime show to keep your eye out for. Next up, guys, I'm going to go through 2 lots of these bundles. I bought a massive stack of the 39 cases books from the op shop. Now this op shop I absolutely love. I paid $8 all up for, I think it was 20 odd books, and I ended up selling this bundle just in itself for 4 books in this bundle. Went on and paid $1.40 for them when I worked it out, because it was 3 books for $1. So I love this place. 3 books for $1. Ended up paying $1.40 pretty much for the 3 of them. Guys, I went on to sell this for $44.98, giving me a profit of $27.12. So really, really stoked on that. This is paid already for everything, all the other books that I bought. So to quickly show you the next one, this was the 39 cases 11 book bundle. So I picked all these up in bundle lots, but the op shop had them all. So I've still got another bundle to sell. So keep that in mind, keep your eyes peeled. If you can buy a massive stack, book bundles of the same series, definitely keep your eyes out for them. Now guys, this lot ended up costing me $4 to have all 11 of them. Take out your postage and your fees. I ended up selling this for $59.98, leaving me a profit of $29.64. So I'm already up over $50 on just buying these books. So really, really happy. Next up, guys, I'm going to add this one in. I don't generally add in anything that I source around the house, but this one was really, really cool. This is a robot that my partner had actually bought ages ago when we got out of the army. You have a little bit of money, lying around, so you go buy random shit, pretty much. So this one was a robot. It was called a WowE robot. Now we didn't have the box, but we still had the manual and the remote that came with it. I ended up tracking this on eBay, and so no cost outlay. So this is why I don't like to normally put these in my figures, but this one was just something pretty cool. I ended up spending $24 on postage, but guys, I ended up selling this for $164.98 for a robot. Now, we probably would have paid a bit more back in the day, but $164 ain't bad, and to profit pretty much after your fees and postage, $125.58 for something that was just laying around the house doing absolutely nothing. Really, really cool. Really, really stoked about. Next up, guys, I got two more to show you. There's this touring Tumble Game. Picked this up from the op shop. I only paid $7 for it. Now, the reason I picked this up, yes, it was open, so it wasn't sealed, but I opened it up and everything was still connected to the actual pieces that it came in. So you didn't, it was still brand new, never been touched, never been used. Obviously just had the seal taken off it, and that was all. Now guys, I ended up listing this and selling it for $129.98. Really, really stoked. I got really good feedback from the lady too, because I packaged it up quite well for her. So I made a nice little profit of $90.26. So keep your eyes out, guys, when you're out on the thrift. Keep your eyes out for board games, but obviously things that are probably a bit more, tech based instead of just board game based. So this was like a marble build a computer type style, but I was very fortunate that it was still in brand new condition. So made very nice, sweet little money off that. Next up, guys, the last item I'm going to show you is I did a video quite some time ago that I picked up, what was it, 500 DVDs for $50 or something. So it worked out when I got them all home, calculated them all up, 9 cents a DVD. So this was a massive DVD bulk buy. I took the gamble, took the risk, because there was some good ones in there, and straight off the bat I had this tin box set that already paid back for what I paid, which left me still 500 DVDs to sell. So I've taken out all the good ones, the ones that are selling for over $10 each, and I've listed them up on eBay. I'm not going to go through all of them, that's just going to be too crazy, but the ones that didn't really comp anything above $8, I chucked in a massive bulk lot. And you know what, because I'm moving house, I did put a higher price on them, but you know what, I just wanted them gone. I wanted them out the door, and yep, gone. So 190 DVDs I had here in this bulk lot, and I ended up selling them for $100. So I sold them off $100. A guy came and picked them up, had them in 2 big boxes, and you know what, that made space on my shelf. So it was more about making space, and also obviously taking less of a burden off me with moving house. So I made $82.90 off this. So that, I've actually started losing track. I was keeping a spreadsheet of every DVD I sold from that massive bulk lot, but I did start losing track, and I've kind of put that to the side. But I've already pretty much quadrupled the amount of money I've made off that bulk lot. So I'm really stoked. Obviously does help when you've only spent 9 cents a DVD, which is very rare. It's very hard to find that out there, I'll be honest, but I was very lucky when I snapped that up. A lot of people inquired about it, but the guy just I don't know, looked at my profile and said, yep, it's yours. You look like a decent person. So it goes to show, if your Facebook profile looks decent, you might be actually in with a chance to beat out some other people. Guys, I kind of went through some flops. There was only really one flop for me, and that was a Transformers tin. I picked this up for $2. I still made profit on it. It sat in my tub for 72 days. I ended up selling this, and now this is one I probably was bringing up to mention. I ended up going and doing a toy fair. So I ended up having a stall down at the Nexus Toy Fair here in Perth. A good mate of mine runs it, so I was lucky enough to snap up a table, and yeah, pretty much I put this out there on display, and a guy came over and paid $10 for it. Made $8 out of it, but I got no interest on Facebook from it, no interest on eBay from it, and only it took me by going to a toy fair to sell it. So I probably won't pick up tins. I did get a couple of tins, and I've still got a couple of tins, but I'm probably going to just, yeah, not even bother looking at them unless they're very vintage and hard to find. So I took a gamble on this. So I'm probably not going to do this one again. But I put that in there just because it was a flop. I guess I didn't make too much. I still made profit of $8, but I didn't make too much profit. If I was going to put it on eBay, I would have lost money in terms of post fees and stuff. But guys, make sure you keep your eyes out for toy fairs. They're a good place to source items and a great place to sell items, if you're obviously in that toy / collectible side of buying things. So guys, that's it for me today. What a massive month for me. I cannot believe from the month prior in June, I only sold 16 items to upping my game and pretty much still doing this as a hobby, selling 58 items. For August, I'm recording this on, what's the 11th of August, so I'm at 29 sales already, so I'm hoping to beat July. That's always going to be my goal, but I am moving house, so part of me feels like I'm not going to be focused as much in terms of making higher dollars, because there'll be stuff I'm just wanting to get out the door so I don't have to move it. But I'm still going to be obviously trying to do my best to try and beat that 58 sales for the month. But guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm really stoked with the month of July, so I definitely wanted to put this video together still, even though it's later in the month already. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you stay safe wherever you are in the world. But guess what? I'll see you in the next one. See you guys. Bye.